I heard the others talking about noises in the sewer this morning. I'd hate to be the one to go down there and see what it is.
You need
But
something?
it'll probably be me.
Are you okay?
I told you I'm fine.
Never mind.
Running from something. Welcome home.
I'd sleep a lot easier if we had some more defenses set up.
Yeah.
So, fresh face. What brings you to our beautiful town then?
Do you have a Geiger counter?
No right now, but I've got plenty other things you'll like.
I'm looking for someone.
Oh, aye. No, I don't know anybody named Riley. Trader, huh? There's a few guys I've sold to that look like your man. Trouble is, all my records were kept on my bot, which, as you can see, is foobar. Fucked up beyond all repair. I wonder who did that then, eh? Buggering up the lieutenant. Hey! I know you're the one who nicked Penelope! Give her back! I've no idea what you're talking about, mate. Anyway, you're not supposed to be shagging robots. It's no good for you.
I never... Oh, I'm gonna find out what you did to Arian. Mark my words.
What's that? I can't hear you over all that oil in your lips.
Ah!
What a dafty.
What happened?
Someone messed with the lieutenant here. I don't know exactly what he did, but now it's no working. Of course, I don't have any proof, so Mason's no willing to get off his arse and do something about it. I don't suppose you could take a look at the old fella. Maybe he can help you lot find this bloke you're after.
How is a robot gonna help us?
Like I said, he's got a record of all my customers. If there was someone looking like the boy you're buying the stuff off it, you'll know. I don't suppose you're a whiz at fixing robots by any chance.
There's gotta be some way to prove it was him.
Nah, he's a sneaky wee bastard. No one saw him do it, and now he's just keeping quiet, isn't he? Either way, I don't suppose you're a whiz at fixing robots.
I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Well, it was worth a shot. So, you trading then or what?
Never mind.
Suit yourself then.
It's not exactly paradise, but what is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get these turrets up and running. We'll let Faisal and Michelle argue about where they go.
Got it.
And let me know if you got any problems with the gears on that one. We've still got a few more we can swap out.
Sure.
Hi.
Hey there. Thanks for taking care of those rares. Larson was sure they were gonna try to shoot their way in here any day now. Don't know if they would have succeeded, but luckily, we don't have to find out.
Do you get a lot of attacks like this?
No, not really. Not above ground, anyway. Most people don't see past an old abandoned store. Or if they do, they can't get past the reinforced door. The rest get a face full of these things when they come through. And we've got more of them down here to stop whatever's lurking in the sewers. Which, I guess, includes Luca Petrelli's men now.
At least you're safe now.
Caitlin, I thought that was you. Been a long time. How's life on the road?
Good. I ended up staying in Milton. Found a new teacher. Speaking of which, what happened to Ashley? And Lloyd? That guy, Mason. He said they weren't here anymore.
Been a few changes since you were here last. Marlowe and a whole bunch of folks from Diamond City decided they didn't want to live in the sewers anymore. Ended up heading down to Quincy. And that was only a few months before, you know, everything that went on down there, so...
God.
Yeah. Not many Diamond City folks left here. Mary, Ben, a few others. Larson and Michelle and some others are from one of the farms before the Minutemen fell apart. Sorry. I didn't mean to...
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Go on.
Yeah. And then there's some people from Good Neighbor, some from as far up as Salem, and then Mason's from D.C., you know, the capital wasteland.
What about you?
Me, well, I'm pretty much from right down here. Found shelter in the tunnels after the bombs dropped, just like Ponzi over there.
Hey,
There's always been a few settlements here and there in the sewers and subway tunnels over the years, but none of them ever lasted very long.
always had to be ready to pack up and go at any moment.
Luckily, it's easy to stay hidden in miles of tunnels when the bandits come calling, or worse. But it was only when the folks from Diamond City and Good Neighbor got pushed here that we actually made something to last. And here we are. So, what do you think?
How come I've never heard of this place?
Well, we try not to broadcast ourselves out there too much, which is why we decided against the giant neon sign outside the gun store. Either way, from what I'm told, people in Diamond City don't talk about the rejects in Good Neighbor too much. And since a lot of the folks here were rejects from Good Neighbor when Vic was around, well, I'd say that puts us pretty low on the totem pole, which is just the way we like it. So, what do you think?
It looks like you've done well for yourselves.
Thank you. After the last 200 years, I'd say it's something to be proud of. At least it doesn't smell too bad down here anymore. Or so I'm told. So, what brings you to the Sluice?
Here. What do you know about him?
Don't know anyone named Riley. We're usually open to traders, apart from the last couple of days. Description sounds like a couple of people I've seen come and go, but I can't really say for sure. If he was trading, try asking Griffiths and McMurray. They trade general goods by the big pipe. Either side of the water, just try not to get caught up in one of their fights. Other than that, there's the bar across the way, the chem and equipment stores either side, or Mary in the clinic just below it. I know Larson and McCoy keep records of things going on up top, so you might find something there as well. I'm afraid that's all I've got.
Thank you. That is helpful.
Sure thing. Well, I'd better get back to it. Good luck.
Hey,
Water and turrets, not a good mix.
I'm telling you, there's no way this ends well.
Yeah.
Would you relax, Howie? What's he gonna do? It ain't like he's gonna attack us.
He doesn't have to attack us, he just has to choke us out. If we can't go anywhere, we can't access anything. We're done.
Hi,
Oh,
how are you?
come on. No way in hell he's got the men to watch all the tunnels.
Didn't you hear them? They're recruiting.
And just who the hell is he gonna recruit?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good.
Well, look who it is. There's a whole bunch of folks here who want to talk to you.
about what?
About you screwing all of us over. Luca Petrelli doesn't send a message like that unless he means it. We're gonna end up fucked because of you.
Oh, come on. As if they'd have known. And I remember you whooping and hollering along with everybody else when you heard what happened to Malone.
Yeah, and I was saying we should have gone straight into the vault and taken it ourselves.
You know how fast Petrelli got in. He'd have killed anyone in there.
Exactly. But we can defend this place. He gotta be crazy to try something here.
He is crazy, that's the problem. And Howard's right. Petrelli's not the kind to just sit around now that he's back in the game. He's gonna want everything. Everywhere we scavenge, every access point to Diamond City and Bunker Hill, everything we need to survive.
That's right. You get rid of one problem, all you're gonna get is something worse.
You really gonna put that on her? Let me ask you something. You know who Luca Petrelli is? Ever heard of him before you got here?
I don't think so.
Well, there you go.
That doesn't absolve them of any responsibility. Anyway, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about Nick. Mesa was right just now, sticking your nose into everything. Don't you have an off switch or something?
You talk that way to everyone who lends you a hand?
Yeah, you didn't hear Fred just now? They got rid of Malone.
Yeah? Why was he out there in the first place?
Exactly. I don't even know why Larson let them down here. They shouldn't be here.
Hell yeah. Let's kick him out.
Jonah, sit down before you hurt yourself.
No, he's got a point. Let's kick them out.
Oh,
Yeah,
screw
get
you,
out of here,
Howard.
Nick.
You'd
Not
still be
gonna
pissing
happen.
yourself down here wondering when those guys were gonna move on us.
And you'd be happy
Yeah,
to get us
kick
all
him out.
killed.
Shut the hell up, Jonah.
All right, that's enough. I say we put it to a vote. Sound fair? Everyone who thinks Nick and his friends should stay, say aye.
Aye.
Well, that sounds like most of you to me. Looks like you folks are staying. Now you boys set your piece, okay? You want to carry on, you take it outside.
This is a mistake. We're all gonna get fucked one way or another.
Sorry about that. Been a lot of talk about you and Nick the last few days. But I'm betting you've already been through all of that with Larson. Anyway, welcome to the Sluice.
Thanks for the warm welcome.
Just count yourself lucky that the vote went your way. So, what can I do for you then?
What can you tell me about this gang?
Well, you probably got the gist of it by now. Bunch of thugs clutching their machine guns who've moved into that vault at Park Street. Skinny Malone leaned on us a bit, but truth is, he was asking for so little, it was easier just to give it to him. He knew he didn't have the crew to try nothing else. You ask me, he didn't have the balls for it neither. But Petrelli? That's a whole different story. He's been in the game a long time. Everything from chems to, well, you name it. Had an empire stretching half the wealth. But he disappeared a few years ago. Don't know why. Nobody knew where he went.
Guess he was just biding his time. Got the perfect opportunity when he heard about what happened to Malone. The problem is he's far worse than Malone. Back when he was running things, you'd see bodies strung up all over Boston. Probably doesn't seem like such a big deal now with all the raiders that came in from out west, but back when the Minutemen were around, it was a constant reminder. Anyone who crossed Petrelli didn't do what he wanted, didn't talk to him the right way, or didn't look at him the right way. So, Howard's right about one thing. Petrelli wouldn't have sent those guys for the hell of it. He sends you a message. He means it.
Yeah, but he ain't got the crew he used to. So, I'd say all he's got these days is messages.
Well, let's hope.
Anyway, you got anything else?
I'm looking for someone.
Don't know anyone named Riley. How about you guys? Know anyone called Riley? 40s, brown hair?
No. Where's he from?
Diamond City.
Well, obviously I haven't been there in years. That's gonna be true for a lot of us. Can't say I remember anyone called Riley. It was a busy place back then. Too many people to know everyone by name.
And you get folks coming through, never giving their name anyways. At least not down here. Up top, McCoy checks everyone coming in. But I'm guessing you asked him already. Makes me wonder what name this Riley gave them then.
Yeah, me too. Anything else?
Says his brother was shot. So, what's the story?
His brother, Kyle, was about to kill him because he thought he was a synth. Guards shot him before he had a chance.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I think one of the caravan guards said something about someone turning on his brother in Diamond City. That was a while ago, though. Don't think he mentioned any names or nothing.
So is he
Huh?
a synth?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. There's something about that city that gets people turning on their neighbors. More ghouls to point your fingers at, so now you just think everyone's a synth.
That's completely different. Synths are actually a threat. You never know when one of them's going to snap and come after you.
That's exactly what they said about us.
Anything else?
Says he was trading. Copper, vacuum tubes, and a Geiger counter.
Huh. The hell's he gonna do with all that?
Scabbing, maybe? Check the radiation in the tunnels as you go.
By himself? Sorry, Nick. If he's gone and done that, you ain't gonna find him.
Either way, if he was trading, you can try asking at the stalls. Sounds like McMurray and Griffiths might be your best shot.
Just know, they're having another one of their fights over there.
Yeah, we heard all about it.
Well, guess that's all we know. Anything else?
Tell me about these robots.
So you got roped into all that, huh? I ain't got a clue what's going on there.
McMurray's saying Griffiths damaged his robot, and Griffiths is saying McMurray stole his, right?
Bunch of bram and dung, if you ask me. Smashing up a robot without anyone hearing a peep. Ha! And this is the lieutenant we're talking about. Would have cut Griffiths to pieces after the first swing. And then, how do you hide a robot?
If you know what you're doing, you could deactivate a robot or reprogram one to run away.
You think either of them ever knows what they're doing?
Good point.
That's what McMurray's telling everyone, though. Penelope left because Griffiths was... you know.
If that's true, that's just, well, ugh, I don't know what that is.
All right, let's not get into that. But if she did leave, it would have been through the sewers.
In which case, she could be anywhere. Lordy, there's more than one sewer tunnel connected into the sluice, and each one's pretty much a crazy maze of its own.
So what do you think happened to the lieutenant?
I don't know. But neither Fred or Michelle were able to fix him, so it's gotta be pretty serious.
Thing is, we need both those robots to scav in the tunnels. So if they really did do this to each other, it's gotta be about the stupidest thing they've ever done. And that's saying something.
Why would they do that?
They're always fighting about something or other. They blame each other for getting on a plane here the day before you know what. Britain probably didn't fare much better anyway. Funny thing is that if they're both blaming each other, whatever happened to those robots must have happened at the same time. But, again, no one saw anything.
Well, guess that's all we know. Anything else?
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Janice? You know the history better than we do.
Anyone else then I might take that as an insult. Well, I guess you could say the sluice has been here in one way or another for 200, 210 years, whatever it's been. Started out as a bunch of camps all along the tunnels after the bombs dropped. There's a few of us here from back then. Me, Fred, and Bonesy over there with the turrets. Amanda. We're pretty much the only ones who remember what it was like back then. And you're probably going to roll your eyes, and I know Andy will, but the stuff going on now, it isn't anything like what it was then. Back at the beginning. Seeing the whole world turn upside down. Seeing what people were really like when everything changed. All those wires straining to hold us up, snapping away, one after the other, until the whole thing comes crashing down. Seeing people turn feral and then turn into ghouls. Things you never forget. Gunners, the Institute, Petrelli, they've never kept me up at night. Never will.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So, like I said, there were a bunch of shelters and camps down here. You couldn't ever really stay in one place for too long, though. First it was the other camps coming after you, then it was the things coming out of the dark. After a while, people started going back to the surface. So did some of the monsters. It actually got a bit safer down here. People started building more permanent settlements. But it was still just a few tents and bits of scrap. That was the last I saw of it until I went up top and ended up in Diamond City. Then I'm sure you know about what happened with McDonough. We made it to Good Neighbor, but living under Vic and his gang wasn't much better than living with the bigots. A bunch of us who knew about this place came back, hit a deal with the folks already living here, and built up this place to what it is now. Sorry. I know you asked about the Sluice rather than a life story, but there it is.
Fred told us a lot of people left for Quincy. Marlowe and Ashley and Lloyd.
Yeah. The Sluice was just the first place we could go, but it's not for everyone. Marlowe was the one who convinced lots of people to start again in Quincy. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
Wow. Really bringing things down, Janice.
Yeah, sorry.
Maybe it ain't for everyone, but there's plenty good reasons to live here. You got routes to Bunker Hill and Diamond City without bumping into raiders, as long as you know which tunnels to stick to. Scabbing in all the tunnels and subways, at least the ones that ain't already taken over. Plenty of places out there that people ain't been to in years.
It's also cleaner than it used to be with water coming in from the Charles. But still, don't drink anything that hasn't been purified.
Well, guess that's about it. Anything else?
That's all for now.
Well, later then.
Yeah?
Excuse me.
Hope you don't have to end up in the tunnels to find this fella you're after.
What do you do here?
Well, at the bar, there's only one thing I do. But if you mean when I'm on the clock, little bit of scavenging, little bit of security, little bit of hunting, but not nearly as good as Howard. Difficult to settle on one thing, other than having a rifle in my hands, you know? Though it's a damn necessity when you're in the tunnels.
So, tell me about him.
Howard? He's okay. He just gets a little prickly from time to time. But I get it. He's worried about what Petrelli's gonna do. See, the thing about mobsters is, it's all about the talk more than anything else. Just like it was with Skinny Malone. I mean, Petrelli's got a bigger mouth, maybe, but that ain't gonna be enough to control the tunnels.
Can you tell me about them?
They're how we get by. Food, scrap, moving around. It's all in the tunnels. Doesn't mean we don't go up top from time to time, but it's always good to have some cover to come back to. Even if it means listening to Howard complain about something or other.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I'm not as interesting as you might hope. But if you really want to know, my name's Rebecca Owens. Becky, if you like. Been down here a few years. Originally from Salem up north. Used to be one of the safest places in the Commonwealth. Then me and William came back from a trading run one day and found the town crawling with mirelurks. Like an army coming out of the sea. We did what we could, but there were so many and our guns just ran dry. Sometimes you just gotta know when you've been beat, right? Came down south and ended up here. I don't mind saying it gives me satisfaction to be hunting lurks for food in these here tunnels.
William?
Oh, you know, a fella. Guess he probably should be more than just a fella by now. Lord knows we ain't getting any younger. I'm guessing you met Eliza, Larson, and Michelle's daughter up top? Must be nice to have something like that. Anyway, if you want to talk to him, he'll be running security in one of the access tunnels for a few hours. That's why I'm sat here arguing with Howard.
See you around.
Mason's making a mistake letting you stay here.
I always figured this place was too good to be true. It was only a matter of time before some asshole like you f***ed it up for us.
Whoa, whoa. Easy there.
Don't tell me to go easy. We had it good with Malone and his crew. A tiny bit of protection money and he left us alone. We had the gun store entrance covered, they had Park Street covered. No chance of anyone up top messing with this place when we had the vault batting for us. Hell, we'd have paid even more for that. And now? Now, we got that same vault cutting us off from the tunnels and threatening to gun down anyone they find in there. And you wanna know why? Because people like you just can't mind your own damn business. You always gotta get up to something. You always gotta get involved. You and Nick. Seen people like you before. Get your caps, get your thrills, but to hell with everyone else. Right?
It's not that simple, and you know it.
Who are you talking about?
People like that vault dweller.
Sandra.
No, it's fine. I want her to hear this. See, there's this farm where we lived a couple of years back, west of here. Over by a dam, next to some railway tracks. 9 of us growing potatoes, mut fruit, that kind of thing. Then one day this fellow shows up. Says he's from the vault nearby. Wearing one of those ridiculous jumpsuits. Says he's out looking to make a difference, whatever the hell that means. Asks us who we are, what we're doing there. So we get to talking. Tell him farming's okay, except we've got some raiders camped out on the other end of the dam. Didn't think anything of it other than just telling him what life was like, seeing as he was asking. Next day, we hear gunfire across the river. Then the raiders come marching across the dam, dragging the vault dweller behind them, legs shot to pieces. Said he took out 5 of them before they blew his knees out. Said we were the ones who sent him, so they were here to even the score. They didn't listen when we told them we had nothing to do with it. Left 4 of us alive. Just pure luck who they picked and who they didn't. Made us watch as they burned the place to the ground. Then they slit his throat and moved on somewhere else. All because he couldn't just stay in that damn vault. And neither could you.
My God. At least we're trying to help people. Can you say the same?
We're not here to cause any trouble.
Point is, whoever this guy is that you're looking for, someone's going to pay for it. They always do. Even if you think you're doing the right thing. But you won't stop because you can't. You need the thrill, or the adventure, or whatever the hell it is. So don't ask us to help you, because we won't. And that's all we gotta say about it.
Look, for what it's worth, I get why you're wary of us with everything going on. But all we're trying to do is find someone who might be in trouble. And even if you don't want to answer our questions, then at least let us trade. We still need supplies, ammo, all that stuff. And I know you don't want to pass up on our caps, right? So what do you say?
Bit of a hustler, aren't you? Can't lie, we could do with the caps. After the lockdown and everything.
Yeah, and why did we have the lockdown in the first place?
Either way, we're the ones who got rid of those guys outside. That's gotta count for something, right?
No harm in trading, I guess. Right?
Fine. We ain't gonna answer your questions, but we've got no problem taking your money.
Thank you.
Not bad.
Just tell me where to go and who to talk to.
Hey, your friend is the reason we're even talking at all. Don't push it.
Tell me about yourself.
What? We haven't told you enough?
What kinds of things do you sell?
Weapons and ammo. My wife does armor. After those raiders, we figured we'd learn how to defend ourselves better. And make some caps out of it. So you want to take a look or what?
Let's see what you have. Hey, Valentine.
You need something?
How are we doing, Nick?
Got no major complaints at the moment.
Never mind.
Tried following the Freedom Trail once. Super mutants put an end to that real quick.
Hey.
You're gonna be trouble. I can feel it.
Griffiths has a missing persons case if you're interested. Well, not a person exactly.
Yeah.
Heard you talking to the chief. Hell of a lot to throw on you and Nick, blaming you for 114. The way I see it, a thorn in the ass is a thorn in the ass. We shouldn't have to put up with either. Besides, anyone who saves Nick's Rusty behind is a friend in my book. And I'm not kidding about the rust. Saw you choke in front of Mason. How you holding up?
Rusty joints, patched power couplings, and don't even get my secretary started whenever I tell her I literally have a screw loose.
Heh, I know the feeling. Not exactly in factory condition myself. So, I'm guessing you're gonna ask about this guy you're looking for? Or is there something else you want to know?
What do you know about him?
Zip. Never heard of him before. But if he's from Diamond City, I'd ask the people who used to live there. Mary in the clinic, Amanda upstairs, Ben wherever he is. Like Mason said, everyone else from Diamond City up and left. But that was before I got here, so you're better off asking someone else if you want to know the story. The only other person I can point you to is Finch. He used to be one of the proud and the padded at DC Security. He's got a date with some buyers for the stuff we're cooking here, but he should have closed things up by now. I was just about to head down there and see what's what. You want to come with? See what he knows?
I think I remember Finch. He's an okay guy. Fingers crossed he can help us.
Where are you headed?
Generator room underneath Fred's workshop next to McMurray's stall. You coming?
Sure.
Follow me then, just give me some room to get past. And you ought to bring Nick and your friend with you. Security'll be less on edge if you're all together.
Huh?
Yeah,
Is it true what they're saying?
Hey, Terry.
About
what gives?
you know who?
Finch back yet?
Nope.
So what's taking so long?
And how the hell should I know? I just drag it out on price. You know how it goes.
But never this long.
Jeez. If you want to find him, be my guest.
Not me, but these detectives want to talk to him. And Finch could probably do with the backup.
Now, you know he's not in there by himself, right? Price has it covered. Anyway, no outsiders in the access tunnels. You remember that, right?
Mason's given them free rein. And what's the harm in some extra backup? You want to be the one who takes the fall in case something's gone wrong?
Christ's sake, fine. If anything happens, I'm making sure Mason knows it was your idea.
You do that. So where's the meet? Boylston?
Where else?
Okay. Head down the access tunnel here and then take the second left. Price is the deputy security head in this section. He can be a bit prickly, so be warned.
You got that right. Is he coming?
Hopefully, you can talk him into taking you to the meet, or at least letting you into the pipes. Finch and a few other guards are selling some of our chems to... well, no point being coy about it. We might as well call them a raider gang. Never had problems with them before, so there's no reason to think there should be any now, but you never know. And make sure you, Nick, and your client are together when you go down there. Security, well, whatever.
I'm damn proud
Just go
of
talk to
built here.
Price.
You know what's worse than one private dick? Two private dicks.
I'm sure you'll manage.
No funny business. You know Nick's a robot, right? He'd have been perfectly fine locked up in 114.
You're all hard.
There you are. Had to see it to believe it. So, what you got for us this time, Nicky boy? You want us to empty our pockets, or how about we just bend over and let you go nuts, huh?
Yeah, if I were able.
You fucking jackass. They really did program you to be an asshole, didn't they?
There any machines you can't charm?
So, what about you, huh? You're the one who rescued this damsel in distress?
What's your problem?
What? No one bothered to tell you what's going on?
Tell them.
It's because of you two we got shit-scared caravans, cutting us out of their trade routes. And scavengers who can't go into the fucking pipes without catching a bullet to the head. Which all adds up to us getting seriously fucked. It's only going to be a matter of time before we're squeezed out down here. And that's assuming Petrelli doesn't just try and annex this whole damn place. So whatever it is you're doing here, how about you drop it and fuck off back to Diamond City?
Not gonna happen.
Mason said we could stay.
I don't give a shit what Mason said. He's out in the pipes. I'm not. So, it's up to you, Nick. You and your buddy's gonna walk home or float home.
What, you suddenly decide you don't have enough scars?
You son of a...
Guys, that's it. Time's up. What do we do?
Ah, crap. I guess that means we're going in.
What's going on?
Shut the fuck up. It's got nothing to do with you. All right, you two, come with me. Tanya, watch the
Hey!
door.
You don't get to talk to me like that. You don't get to talk to any of us like that.
The fuck did you just say?
Look, I get that you're angry, but nobody knew what was going to happen with that vault. All we want to do is find someone who's gone missing, and Finch might be able to help us. He's the one who's meeting with those raiders, right? If he's in trouble, we can help. You'd be stupid to turn us away.
Check out the balls on this one.
She's got a point, though. This could be Petrelli. How many people can we pull off post?
All right, fine. It's your mess. You can help clean it up. Jess, you and Tanya, hold the door. You dipshits, come with us. You aching to soak up some bullets? Be my guest. Sounds like a fucking win to me. Let's go, Pinson.
You got spunk, kid.
Let's just try and keep her cool, okay? We need their help.
You got it.
This is why we need portable radios. Finch can call for backup if he needs it.
Sure. You find me some radios that work down here, and we're good to go.
$2,000 is already a goddamn joke. You can't go any lower.
Well, you're gonna have to, pal. Because we ain't leaving. The f*** is this? Who the hell you got with you?
What are you doing here?
Some welcome. Huh. Sounds like you need the help.
Hey, we agreed. 4 guys only.
I guess we agreed a lot of things, didn't we?
Think you're funny, huh? I told you, things are different now. Whoever's in that vault hit us good. 1,000's the new offer. And there's no one else down here you're gonna sell to all at once. Not if your buddies ain't at Park Street anymore.
Don't make like you're important, Royce. You're a dime a dozen.
Oh yeah? Who else you gonna go to? Mandy? Those Adam nut jobs? You gonna schlep that stuff over to Good Neighbor? We're the best shot you got if you want to move those crates. And we ain't leaving without them.
Then don't. Just hand over the 2,000 and we all walk.
You know what? I'm done playing. Hand over the chems, or none of you walk. How's that for a deal?
Pretty damn stupid, if you ask me.
Well, that's the way it's gonna be. So you gonna leave those crates behind? Or are we gonna have us some fun?
We can work this out. Everyone can walk away with their protocols intact.
What the Christ in hell is Nick Valentine doing here?
Tell you later.
What did he say? The hell's a protocol?
It's where you give us what we agreed, jackass.
And there it is, brothers and sisters. Defilers and heretics, peddling their filth, looting our domain with their contempt for the holy truth.
Damn it.
For those of you who wish to show your devotion, allow me to present your
Look at these guys. They got ghoul nut jobs now?
Listen to me. You want to get out of this alive, we gotta work together. We're outnumbered as it is.
What the hell are you talking about? There's only 5 of them.
No, all right.
What was that?
We team up. We get through this.
How do I know these aren't just your cool friends here to shake us down?
Don't be stupid.
The hell with you. Kill them. Kill them all.
Christ. Do we get them all? Are there any more?
Coast looks clear.
Yeah, I think that's all of them. Thank God.
Royce. You dumb bastard. Didn't have to end like this. Nick. Huh. I don't know what got you to come down here, but I'm damn glad you did. Not sure we'd have made it without your help.
You all right?
Yeah. Thanks.
I can't believe what just happened. Who were those guys?
They call themselves the Divided. Short of it, there's a group of children of Adam further along the pipes. A lot of them have been turning into ghouls, which I guess isn't surprising if you know what they do. The church cast them out, but I guess they see themselves as true believers or something. Even the ones that turn feral. We know they've got a bunch of encampments around the pipes, but they've never been this close before. Hopefully it's just a small group that's strayed too far.
God, I had no idea.
Wouldn't be the first time we've had ferals knocking on our door. We'll keep them out. Just need to let everyone know this pipe's hot for now.
So I guess this wasn't Petrelli after all.
You can imagine our surprise.
Don't get cute. The only reason Royce was dragging his heels was because he'd been hit by Petrelli. None of this would have happened if Detective Droidbot over here hadn't stuck his nose in the park street.
It's synth detective, jackass. If you're gonna be that way, you might as well get the make and model right.
All right, that's enough. What's done is done. No point twisting ourselves up about it. So, what's going on anyway? What the hell are you doing down here?
We're looking for a missing person. Do you remember a guy named Riley Jones? He was a mechanic in Diamond City. Lived with his brother, Kyle.
Oh, been a long time since I've been in Diamond City. I can't say I remember him. You, think he's here?
Maybe not anymore, but apparently he was coming here to trade right around when he disappeared. Thought someone here might have seen him.
Afraid I'm in the pipes, or the access tunnels most times. Don't really meet any of the traders coming through. But McCoy and Larson would have a record of him up in the gun store.
Yeah, it looks like he might have been using a different name. Trouble is, we don't know what.
Huh. That doesn't sound good. What's he look like?
About 40 years old, short brown hair, brown eyes, average height, average build. Nothing that stands out, unfortunately.
Yeah, doesn't really help. But if you find out what he's calling himself, let me know. Could be I know the name. I need to stick around here for a while. I'll be back at the access tunnel by the gate. And, sorry if this feels like a waste of time. For what it's worth, I'm glad you showed up. Like I said, things would have gone differently without the help.
No problem.
Well, I guess we should head back to the sluice. See if someone else knows something.
Huh? Still here?
What?
Unless you're hounding for a green suntan, I suggest we get a move on.
Hi.
We'll move out soon. If you need me, I'll be back at the checkpoint.
Hey, what happened? Where's Price?
We got ambushed by some children of Adam. Or ex-children of Adam. But he's fine. He and Finch should be back soon.
Thank God. Or, thank you, I guess, for going down there. I know Price can be... well, thanks.
Yeah.
So you and Nick took out Malone's entire crew? Damn!
They sure didn't make it easy.
People say it doesn't stink down here no more. Good to know. Guess Larson's letting anyone in these days.
Let you in, didn't they?
Oh. You done playing hero then?
We were looking for some place to make a new life, so here we are. Yes?
I wonder if we've seen the last of the Minutemen. Hey, running from something. Welcome home. Yeah?
Huh?
You're back. So, what happened?
We got ambushed and the raiders didn't make it. Finch couldn't do the deal.
God damn it, what do you mean ambushed? Ambushed by who? The raiders?
Ferals, and I think they're called the Divided?
Fuck's sake, everyone's losing it over Petrelli, and meanwhile we've got those Children of Adam rejects knocking on our door. Losing out on that deal is a pain in the ass, but at least Finch made it out okay. Here, for watching his back. So, did you get what you need?
Maybe? We'll see.
Well, either way, thanks.
Hey, it smells, but, well, in a good way.
Looks like we got another freak, just won't fit anywhere else.